Are you ready?
I'm so ready for this.
Hey guys, hanging with Nathan. And this is...
Me, Kato. Nice to meet you.
Funny enough, Kato's the first non-porn,
Woo!
non-sex worker we've had on the show.
Do I win a prize?
No.
What do I win? Do I win food? Do I win tacos?
You win tacos.
Yeah!
Funny enough, that's what we're cooking today, guys.
Alright, what tacos are we making?
We are making carne asada tacos with a cilantro, cream sauce, and onions. Very simple.
Perfect.
Very muy guapo.
Do you know that I had not had Mexican food until I came to this country?
Where are you from?
Guess. Take a wild guess.
Baltimore? That's in this country. That's in the country. Sorry about that. Spain?
No, north of that.
So you're from Wales.
I'm from Wales, and we actually didn't have any Mexican restaurants in Wales. I'm sure there are some in England, but I didn't go to any. And yeah, I got here and friends were like, "Hey, you want a burrito?" I'm like, "What's a burrito?"
Oh, it's the most magical thing ever to touch the earth.
So, yeah.
Wait. So what was your first experience eating a burrito? Like,
I tell you, it was the portion size I was blown away by.
oh, because you
I
probably
was
got
like,
you got
this is a log.
like bicep-sized burrito.
But yeah, yummy, super yummy.
Yeah.
It's like an entire meal just wrapped up, just ready to go. One huge.
You know what's funny? First time actually, I was questioning like burritos, and I was actually told one time that the reason we have burritos, it wasn't Spanish, it wasn't Mexican. Tacos Mexican. I was actually told it was English. The idea of wrapping it like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe it wasn't a tortilla, but I'm not sure that's 100%
Where did you read
true.
this?
I didn't read it. I got told that in the kitchen I was in, but they might have just been fucking me around. So, you came to America.
Yes.
Obviously,
on a
now.
boat.
On a boat. Just fresh off the boat.
Fresh.
What do you do? Why are you here? Explain to these lovely people what makes Kato Kato.
Why don't you explain?
I'm here to interview you. You're here to explain.
So yeah, I came here in search of love, and yeah, I married an American, and it worked out quite well for a whole decade. Made my life here, and we separated, unfortunately, but then I stayed because yeah, my life is here. This is the new world, and
Is that what they call it?
yeah, it still is.
It's still the new world. So, what, like, you came here, but like for love. Mm-hmm. But you also built a business.
But then I built my tiny little
Sorry,
empire.
your empire. You know the prize.
Yeah,
Like, what?
based on fashion, and I hit the steampunk trend right as it was peaking around 2006. So I was able to launch the first steampunk clothing company, and it was like boom, ever since. It was timing, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a fashion designer by trade, little seamstress, and my clothing company just funded everything else since. I then started a steampunk erotica site I started building it in 2010. It took a couple of years to get off the ground. 2013 is when I launched it. And yeah, there was nothing else like it out there. There was Suicide Girls, but no one was doing a costume-based, highly stylized erotica pay site with alternative girls. So yeah, it exploded. And I didn't have
Literally and figuratively.
I didn't have to be sewing for 10 to 15 hours a day after that. So yeah, and now I host and build other models' sites for them, and then used all that to then create and fund a band. So now I front a band as well. Yeah.
Well, question, going back to the whole steampunk thing, 'cause I actually found this very interesting, because I remember hearing about steampunk years
You're
ago.
like, oh my god, it's so nerdy.
No, so it wasn't the nerdy part. I mean, there's obviously that, but no, it was. Where the fuck did that come from?
Steampunk?
Yeah, because I heard some people say the Wild Wild West movie was one of the reasons, or this.
Yeah, it's
or that.
interesting. Unlike other subgenres, nerdy subgenres, this one stemmed from literature. So this is all like.
Oh, reading. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, that's why, because you have to read. Yeah. Yeah, really early sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi novels.
Okay, so it's a.
I think the term steampunk was coined sometime in the early 80s. Actually, I think the year I was born, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, it's taken on different faces this whole time, but it sort of like had its day. There's still a lot of steampunk rolling around, but like in terms of like the TV show that I did and all the conventions and stuff, like it's not really like as prominent now.
Okay.
We all still love it, and it's still huge in Europe, and it's massive in Russia. Like Russians are obsessed with the steampunk still. So.
It always seems like it takes a second to get over to like Japan and Russia.
Behind, but they do it well.
Oh,
they do it well.
So they got like probably like Renaissance fairs for steampunk. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Why don't you go over there and get some money?
I know, right?
So.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
How often do you get recognised?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Why? Is it because you're fully clothed?
No, I don't know. Fuck no. No, why? Because cameras hang on my face about like this long before they're like, oh yeah, we're watching the girl. Mm-hmm. So no one recognized me. The first time I got recognized was in Melbourne, Australia.
Tell us a story about this. Let me interview you.
Why would you want to interview me? Don't give a fuck about me.
Because no one, like, I don't know, I feel like people need to learn more stuff about you.
Yeah.
Because you're really interesting. They do care. This is your show.
I know. This is my.
Hang with
It's our first fight, guys. I got recognized in Melbourne, Australia, at a titty bar. Mm-hmm. Not by the girls.
Okay.
I'm sitting in the corner. I got flown out there to
perform.
That be prostitution?
I think it was.
Was it prostitution? A girl flew me out there to shoot a bunch of content with her, but she paid for everything. But I went out there and we're like, hey, she's like, oh, there's a strip club up the street. I'm like doing a terrible Aussie impression. And I'm like, fucking hey. Good eye, cunt. And so we go, and we're sitting there, and we're at the corner of the strip club. You know, we're in the dark side because the girls are up here. And also, by the way, really weird if you're an American to go to a country where you can only have $5 bills. The rest are fucking coins with anything under that. So you literally have to give the bitches fives instead of dollar bills because you can't just drop coins on the deck. Kind of irritating to me because I'm like, I don't want to give you you're okay. You're $1 worth. There's one, not a fiver. Super irritating. I would love to just drop a pile of coins on the fucking table. Well, my money's no good here. But I'm sitting there and I see a guy kind of like walk back and forth. He's just like, but I'm like, I see with the peripherals. I'm like, whatever. And he's like,
I know who that is.
Nathan? I'm like. He's like, Nathan Bronson? I'm like, the fuck do you know me? Because I was like second year in the business. Mm-hmm. I barely did shit. I bought him a drink.
That's really sweet.
I was more stoked that he knew who I was. And I was like, I'm nobody. So yeah, that was my first time getting recognized, and I think maybe the last time.
The last time.
Yeah. Now I'm 5 years deep, and nobody cares.
Maybe people are nervous to come up and talk to you.
Well, let me phrase that. Stunt work wise, people do but that's because they're working and they're like, hey, bro, so like so I was online. I was like, oh yeah? What'd you watch, you fucking pervert? Interesting.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, Genghis Khan. Fucking dog.
Come on, buddy. Oh.
Chowder, when did you come to America? 1987, huh?
2017.
Let's see, what am I
He's from Long Beach. He's just like you. He's from Long Beach.
Ah!
A couple of bros.
Alma mater. So, you came to America, you start a whole clothing line, you now take pictures of women who are naked, you're in a band. Tell us about DK Zero.
DK Zero.
Yeah, DK Zero. The reason I met her was I was doing backflips at AVN, half naked.
And I was like, who is that man?
Yeah, so she saw me there, and I
was way too shy to talk to you.
Yeah.
So.
And basically what ended up happening was she came up to me with this cackle of women, and one of them was talking to me, and I'm like, is that Kato?
You made me feel like $1 million that day. I was so stoked. Nation, you gotta fly. Get it?
Murder is my business. So we were all there doing that. But explain what DK Zero is, because I think it's a very interesting idea for a band, which you guys kind of went like, goth,
I
industrial.
know, it's a whole genre of its own that we've been creating over this weird cyber industrial party metal Deant Wood meets mindless self-indulgence. Why did that take so long? My brain's like and yeah, we got signed this year by Cleopatra Records. We have 2 albums out, and we've done a couple of tours, and yeah, it's my band. Yeah, super fun, love it, but obviously have not been able to do anything this year.
Yeah, what a terrible time to be signed, by the way.
Everyone's like, what's it like to be signed now? And I'm like, I'll tell you when this pandemic is over, because we haven't really been able to do anything so far. Yeah,
it's such
what
a bummer.
I really feel for bands more than most people this year. It really sucks.
Yeah, I'm like,
they can't do anything. Yeah.
Luckily, you have other lines of work, but people who are just play shows for money, they got nothing right now.
No, this year has definitely forced everybody to have their plan B and plan C in action. Figure all that stuff out. Yeah. What is it, Jared? What's he doing? What is it? It's like, oh my god, sour cream. No.
No. What?
You were in a band though. Tell us about your band.
Why do you keep asking me? They don't give a fuck about me.
Fun.
They don't give a
Because
fuck
I
about
don't
me.
think that your guests ever ask you that many questions.
No, because
I've seen a couple of your episodes so far.
Yeah, it's not about me.
Tell us about your band. Tell us about crazy
fuck
work.
those people.
Well, just tell us one weird anecdote.
One weird anecdote.
You broke your nose a billion times.
One weird anecdote. I played a show at the Queen Mary. Anyone who's been to the Queen Mary knows there's 4 different levels to it, right? And there's a giant hole in the middle that goes so you can go down all the stories. We were playing the bottom at the main stage, and the last 2 songs were the song that I was supposed to go crazy on, so I usually jump off the stage and fight people. I went to the 3rd story and jumped off the stage.
Mostly a hype man.
Yeah, I was a hype man. But so I went up to the 3rd story, I jumped off, landed right in the middle of the mosh pit, and just started hitting people, but I couldn't really walk because I fucked up my ankle real bad. And then I got dragged over by my throat by the security guards. Are you trying to fucking kill yourself? Oh, and I'm like, he's like, I expect you to do that again. We'll fucking kick you. And I'm like, I can't walk, bro. I ain't gonna do it again. So, you know, that was a fun anecdote then. But yeah.
Would you ever want to be in a band again?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, dude, that was something so much fun to do. Playing music was always amazing. I didn't really give a fuck about making the money because it wasn't about making money. It was just about being a crazy person, but also very unhealthy for me.
No porn for me tomorrow.
What is something that you have done since you've been in this interesting field? Because usually I'd ask you, like, porn-wise, like, what is different, but you don't do porn.
I know. I do everything up to porn.
Yeah, you do everything. So you do the erotic modeling.
Uh-huh.
And I find that very interesting because the world I'm in, it's like, we fuck, you see my dick, and that's just what happens. You don't insert or suck on or take any fluids from other people.
No fluids.
No fluid exchange. You're not fluid bonded with your co-stars. And I find that very intriguing because it's like, well, I think up to when it was COVID, it was a lot more of a thing that people would love to buy and whatnot. So like, how since COVID, how has this affected you? Because I know I'm making money, but that's because I'm slinging D.
So my income took a massive hit early on because I'm in erotic photography and fashion, and these are 2 things that people don't need to be spending money on. So as everyone was losing their jobs at the beginning of the year, and they're like, oh, I have a subscription to this, and I'm buying all these corsets over here, I don't need this stuff. So I took quite a big hit early on. By about June, the demand for me to create an OnlyFans was too noisy. Yeah. Everyone was like, when are you going to have an OnlyFans? And I'm running so much stuff as it is that I was just holding out for as long as I could. I'm like, I don't know. But then I was like, what have I got to lose, you know? Apart from all the money I'm already losing. Yeah. So I created an OnlyFans in July, and that exploded. I did really well, actually. So that's helped. That's helped supplement everything. And so, yeah, still afloat. But yeah, it's interesting creating that balance, you know, across the board. I have lots and lots and lots of small pies. I have my fingers in lots of small pies. None of my brands are huge. It's all lots of small cream pies, okay?
Lots of lot of small cream pies, guys.
And yeah, and so it's working out pretty well for me. Yeah, it's okay. Things could be better, you know.
Pause right there.
Yep.
Hold that.
Oh.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Let's talk tattoos.
Let's talk tattoos.
Yeah.
What's with this?
I like stripes.
You have lines tattooed up to your. Are you planning on fisting people and giving them all the way up?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one?
This is the markers.
Oh. You know, guys,
How deep
let
are
me just
you?
put it this way. If you can take it up to there, fuck.
Good for you.
Fuck.
Good for you.
It's fucking terrifying. Jesus God.
Are you holding out on getting any more tattoos?
Have to.
You have to.
Yeah, porn kind of stopped me from ever thinking about getting tattoos again because I've had to get some lasered off.
What was that like?
You getting lasered off?
Big tattoo as well.
Dude, it's just like getting a rubber band. If you put it here and just went like this, like just flicked at your arm, so it's like. That's what it feels like. But the crazy
How many
part was,
sessions did you have to do?
I'm supposed to get 6. I did 4,
Wow.
so it's almost gone. Like
Wow.
that.
But if you were to get more tattoos, what would you get?
A giant cock tattooed right into my mouth.
Yeah. Wanker.
Just wanker. Yeah.
Got your eyebrow.
Bloomin' onion right in my chest. I really want to support the Australians. Right, God? Preach it, girl. Are you planning to get more tattoos? Like, what do you want? Because it seems like if someone's going to get this full sleeve, their fingers, it doesn't seem like you're going to stop anytime soon.
I was going to end it with just this. This is all I ever wanted for 10 years, and I finally got it all done.
Wait. You wanted that for 10 years. What? Like, you said you like stripes. Is there more meaning to that?
It's kind of a little ode to Tim Burton as well. Stripey old Tim Burton that puts all his... Yeah, it's... Okay, so also, one of my very first recurring nightmares was the Beetlejuice sandworms. That's one of the earliest movies I can remember. I think maybe it might come out the year I was born. And I remember. Can you hear Chowder peeking around? Come here, buddy. Come on, back the camera.
Hey.
Well, what would you do apart from your bloomin' onion and your?
Black out my dick.
Yeah, just black it out.
Yeah,
Could you imagine how painful?
Well,
that
you'd have to stay hard. I know guys who got tattoos on their dick, and they had to stay hard the whole time. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, I wonder. Is that how they do tattoo a penis?
Well, you have to because your skin wrinkles up.
Don't they just like stretch it out?
Yeah, but then you won't be able to get the entirety look of what it is. So.
If anyone watching has tattooed a penis, do comment below and let us know how it's
done. Someone count all the White Claws I've drank already. Yeah. So.
I have a question for you, actually.
No.
I want to ask you questions.
No
I've
more
got
questions for you.
though.
What's that? What's the question?
Well, how many various occupations have you played? You've been a doctor.
Oh, in porn?
Yes.
Oh shit, I don't know. I think of over 800 scenes.
Oh wow. Yeah, but like.
So I've definitely
been a fireman.
No, like the cool ones that used to be in porn, like the pizza delivery guy, the fireman.
Have you been a pizza delivery guy?
No.
Oh.
They don't fucking use that. It's like everyone Postmates now, so it's like.
Have you been a Postmates delivery guy?
I've been a UPS driver, but then they didn't have the UPS shirt, so I was just a dude bringing a package to a Japanese girl with a crazy long pussy hair, and everyone on set spoke Japanese. They didn't speak fucking English, and she didn't react like.
Have you been?
It felt weird.
Have you been a cop?
Have I been a cop? Yes, I've been a cop multiple times.
Ah, have you been? Have you been a teacher?
Been a teacher.
Have you?
Yeah, been a teacher, been a student, been a stepson, been a step.
Are you a professional stepson?
I think out of everything you could say,
professional stepbrother.
I have been a professional stepbrother since 09.
Have you done any of those scenes where your stepmom is stuck, and you have to help her out? Or something?
I think my last time I did that was stepmom. No, stepsister.
Oh, okay.
Because it was Alina Lopez and me doing that, and she was stuck under a bed.
How'd she get stuck?
I don't fucking know. She was looking for keys or some shit. And
I always want to know how they got themselves stuck.
They really have no good reason for that.
We're so irresponsible.
Let's cut that right there, pause that, and I'm gonna move this thing over and make these tacos.
Maybe not.
Dan geef je een boeite even sauce gebruik.
Did you guys know Welsh had a different fucking language?
Tu demandes quand tu sala de pimvar. Demande de pimvar.
It's like they're elves or something.
We are
It's
actually
fucking
elves.
crazy. If I had the foggiest idea that you guys spoke a different language, let alone, and this is gonna really piss some people off, I didn't know it was a different country. Sorry.
Just gonna leave. Just leaving.
Remember, guys, this is an American education. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're actually not the first person to say that's quite
I'm sure.
sad. Come on, Americans! Wales is a country.
Yeah,
It's a country.
It's a very tiny country.
Within the island of the UK. The UK is just a smidge larger than California. It's quite small, and there it is, floating off the coast of France in the Atlantic. And it's comprised of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And yeah, there we are. So that, I mean, they are their own country. So England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, separate countries, but they're all the United Kingdom.
Question: what's the thing you miss most about England?
My family.
Yeah.
My fam. Mostly my dad.
Sure,
Yeah.
maybe she'll help.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
So you
That's
guys,
really good.
you just miss your family a lot.
I miss my family.
Is there anything else you like miss like terribly just about being in England or
No.
No?
No.
Not a lot of pretty people out there. Really?
That's so sad. I left 14 years ago. I don't miss it actually. I think I was quite homesick at first, and then about 2 or 3 years into living here, I started to miss the US. When I went back, I was like, it's not really, you know. I think I just kind of lost touch with the UK. So this is home, and that's when I got my citizenship. That's when I was like, I'm going to become American because this is home now. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And I think what I've spent, because I lived up and down the West Coast, I've lived in California, Oregon, and Washington, but consecutively more years in California. I think I've lived 9 years in California out of the 14 that I've been here. So yeah, when I got my American citizenship, I guess like that makes me a born again Californian, like being like here.
Hey man, if
Right?
you can stay
if I
in
get to
California with the
choose-
shit that's been going on as of lately, you're Californian.
Do you like California?
Me? I've lived here. I was born and raised here. I've gone to other places in this world. I've gone to other places in
Apart
the
from
country.
California, what's your other favorite state?
Just to go visit. I really enjoyed Alabama.
Really? I've never been. Tell me about Alabama.
But there's,
Like why?
because of New Orleans.
Because of food, right?
The food is great. The food is super awesome.
The food.
And not only that, the people were stupid nice. And it was the first time, like, because you always hear terrible things about, like, racism out there. And maybe it is, but when I went to New Orleans, it was such
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Get
it was
it
such
right.
a mixture of different races, or like pretty much it was black and white. But also because the week before that, I went to Paris. And Paris has got a very, because New Orleans have a giant French culture there, right?
Yeah. They
But
bought it from France. It used to belong to France.
Yeah, but when you go to Paris, they are long and lanky people, you know? Very, very strict. And then when you go to New Orleans, they kind of just shrunk down but got wide and a lot louder. It's fucking awesome. I love them.
Okay.
It's just the bigger people out there do not seem to give a flying fuck about what they are wearing, because they're just wearing like these tiny little things. It's hot as hell, so I understand, but like, it's like, god damn, I love it here. This is great.
Here we go, yo.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's really good.
I use flour cheese. Because apparently everyone in this house is a giant bunch of pussies. And they're like, cardboard, corn tastes like cardboard. So,
This is good.
It does.
personally,
It does, though.
I think it's
Thanks,
a little
Carl.
bit too sweet for my taste. And I think it's taken away from some of the cilantro flavor.
This is amazing.
I'm talking about the tortilla.
The whole thing is amazing. You're amazing.
Mwah. So, love the interview. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you, what's new in your life, what they can do, blah, 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 blah.
I can too. What's new in my life? Wait, let me finish them. You can find me on Instagram at Katopunk, Kato punk, and my website is styleerotica.com, and my band is DK0.
It's a capital D, capital K.
DK0.
0.
And is that it? So, oh yeah, and then my clothing company is Dracula Clothing. So you can look up my collection. It's the Steampunk Couture collection under draculaclothing.com. Super cool clothing, badass company. Is that everything? Do I do anything else?
You want to know what? Twitter?
I think I'm steampunk Kato. I don't really use Twitter. I have like automatic
Good for you.
updates. There's just so much stuff.
So many things. So many. Probably Google her, guys, and you could probably find
Just
all the
Google
shit you
Kato.
want.
Just put in Kato.
That's how I
I'm
do
at
it.
that level.
Whenever I'm looking to masturbate to something. So guys, thank you for coming in for another weekend or week episode of Hanging with Nathan. Hopefully next week we will have it, or the week after we'll try, or maybe, unless we're all dead from COVID. So I'll talk to y'all soon.